One, two, three, go.
Hi everyone. We are here to present Republic Act number 11313 Safe Space Act. This law is a very crucial for understanding because this is how we can protect against gender-based harassment in our communities. By the end of this presentation, you have a clear understanding and definition, key terms, and type of harassment, and main points. So let's dive in. So first, we're going to discuss about the define with the Space Safe Act, the Republic Act number 11313 that was assigned to Mr. Pasqua.
So a regal day to each and everyone. This is Rick Pasqua, and today we will be talking about the Safe Spaces Republic Act number 11313. So before we start, I have a question to you. Are we all safe? Of course, we can say that we are all safe when it comes of necessities, and in terms, we are secured because may mga pamilya tayo, and ano na lang, dito. Except na lang sa may mga magjojowa, syempre safe yun.
Joke pala yan.
Okay lang, who wants to read the first? Who wants to read? The first slide, this slide, who wants to read? Sige, sir.
Republic Act number 11313, signed into the law on April 17, 2019, is the Philippine Safe Space Act. It aims to prevent and penalize gender-based sexual harassment in public and private spaces, promoting a safe environment for all, especially women and marginalized genders.
Okay, I think you said. So to make it short, when you say Safe Spaces Act, pinaka-important notes lang natin dito is yung pagpaparusa sa tinatawag na GEBSH or yung Gender-Based Sexual Harassment. Okay? This Safe Spaces Act was signed in April 17, 2019 and na-implement siya noong August 3, 2019. Okay, ngayon naman, ano kaya yung aim ng batas na ito? So first, to prevent, penalize gender-based sexual harassment. Okay, I have a question ulit. So, who are protected by this law? Especially tayong lahat. Lahat ng mga lalaki man or babae. Kasi according to this statement, both men and women must have equality, security, and safety. So, ang pinupunto ng law na ito is not just about to make us safe privately, but also in publicly. Let's just use this example po. Yung mga naririnig natin in private, so most especially ito yung types of harassment na ginagawa ng mga tao in public. So wolf whistling and catcalling, lascivious language, stalking, touching, gestures, exhibition, and more. So I want to share my experience lang po. When I was working at McDonald's po, a year ago, I have experienced po being harassed by an old man. So, kasi ganito po siya. Nung nag-duty po ako, may isa kasing customer doon na kung saan po ay lagi siyang nagtatanong sa akin. Akala ko is, based lang doon sa napapansin niya in dining area. But then, paulit-ulit siya na nangyayari. And one time, na-experience ko, pagkatapos ng work ko is, nakita ko siya sa kanto, tumitingin siya sa akin, and then, pinalampas ko siya. Then, a day ago lang, nakalipas, nalaman ko na lang may nag-chat sa akin. And then siya pala yun. Tapos may mga photos ako na sinendya sa akin na habang nag-work ako. Yun ang isang example po ng harassment. So, to further discuss this background, I would like to call Rain to further explain the background of this. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning po, everyone. To further explain our research in the background, I would like to add information that 88% of women are experiencing sexual harassment. And take note, most of them are aging between 18 and 24. Most of the examples are mga actress, mga TikTok influencers, and mga models. Especially na din ng mga estudyante ranging between high school and colleges. 58% of these incidents occurs in streets and alleys. Sa mga lugar na walang masyadong tao, mga madidilim, mga walang gaanong ilaw, ganun.
So dito naman po, lalaki tayo sa terms of Safe Spaces Act. Ang una po dito ay ang gender-based sexual harassment. Unwanted conduct of a sexual nature that violates a person's dignity, creates an intimidating hostile or offensive environment, or affects a person's participation in public life. So dito po ay maaaring verbal, physical, online or gestures po yung mga pwede nating makasalamuhan dito. At kadalasang na-encounter ito ng mga kababaihan o maging ng mga LGBTQ plus community members. And kahit na ganoon, meron pa rin mga lalaking nakakaranas nito, especially ay mostly sa ibang bansa. And yung common example po nito ay mga double meaning jokes like yung na-encounter ng isa sa friend ko na sinabihan siya na ang ganda ng katawan mo, pwede na pang Viva Max. Ayun po yung isa sa part ng isang example po ng verbal harassment naman. And pwede rin po dito yung pagsipol or cyberstalking at yung paghihipo din po ng mga panghihipo. Ganyan. Sorry po sa word, pero yun po, isa po siya sa example po. And dito naman, at dahil dito sa gender-based sexual harassment, nagkaroon ng Safe Space Committee. At dahil dito, tumutulong sila na i-handle yung mga ganitong reklamo at kasabay nito yung pagtatag ng yung Republic Act number 11313, Safe Spaces Act, Bawal Bastos Law. At dito po, sinasabi na about established in organizations or institutions to handle complaints and ensure compliance. Dito po pwede tayo magreklamo, magsumbong, and sila po yung magtatry na i-protect tayo sa kahit na anong race. And kung sakali man po na makakaranas kayo ng mga ganito, pwede po kayong tumawag sa Department of Labor and Employment, Philippine National Police, National Bureau of Investigation, DOJ, Public Attorney's Office, or yung PAW po. And dito naman po dito din po, kadalasan nangyayari po ito sa lugar po na public, like yung streets, alleys, park, mall, transportation hubs, online platform. Ayun po, kadalasan po dito, dahil public nga maraming tao, and minsan hindi kasi napapansin kapag may nangyayaring ganito sa public. So, isa ito sa mga places na pwedeng pangyarihan ng mga ganitong cases.
Next naman po is private spaces. Private spaces, ito po yung mga area na hindi po open sa public like offices, workplace, school, at saka bahay. Halimbawa po, yung supervisor, inas na po yung employee for sexual labors para po in-exchange po na ma-promote po yung employee sa work. Isa po yun sa example na sexual harassment. Next po is yung victim survivor. Yung victim and survivor po, is ito po yung person na naka-experience ng gender-based sexual harassment. And last po is perpetrator. Yung perpetrator po is yung person na nag-commit ng sexual harassment. Sila rin po yung responsable sa harmful behavior and can face legal or disciplinary consequences under the same space.
Now, let's tackle the types of harassment. First is yung physical harassment. Common na natin na naririnig natin yung physical harassment because it's unwanted physical contacts like unwanted touching, groping, and invading someone's personal space. Then, sa verbal harassment, ito yung this includes offensive comments, jokes, targets of someone's identity or slurs about body appearance or gender. Example dito is yung catcalling. Dahil din sa non-verbal harassments. It's about creating a hostile or uncomfortable environment through non-spoken means.
And the next naman po is the online harassment or also known as cyber harassment. It involves use of digital technology to harass, threaten, or intimidate someone. Mga example po dito is yung doxing. It involves revealing someone's